Today we're taking you to Dayin, Chengdu, which is a really unique hot pot place that we really love. And I'm gonna show you why. Come on, let's check it out. It's because of the atmosphere. I mean, most places where you eat hot pot in China is really well lit, very bright. But as soon as you step in, both from sort of this loungy and kind of bar type atmosphere, along with the music that you hear, I mean, it just makes you feel like you're in a whole different world. The hot pot today we're having is Chengdu style. And by saying that, it means that it has to be authentic. Look, there's like this turntable. It's probably where the DJ stands.
They also have really cool rooftop dining. Look at that scenery. They even have a pool. It's really great for the summertime. And in winter, don't worry, they've got the heat.
All right, guys, something special in this video for you. I'm gonna take a food challenge today, eating something that I have never eaten before. So you gotta watch till the very end. Guys, one of my favorite parts about eating at a hot pot restaurant, especially an authentic one, is this buffet of seasonings and toppings for the sauce. So as you all know, it's customary to dip your hot pot meats and veggies into a sauce, and for really spicy hot pots, like the ones that they have in Sichuan, it's customary to use like sesame paste as the base or sesame oil. And on top of that, you have like a lot of different toppings like fermented tofu and peanuts and even spicy oils. And everybody has kind of their own flavor preferences. So for example, myself, like I kind of like to just go and dump everything in, but then my wife always reminds me that that's not the professional way of eating hot pot. I don't care. I just kind of like to dump everything in the bowl at once and have maximum enjoyment. Look at that. How can you go wrong? It's like a symphony of flavors in one bowl.
I normally would separate my sauces into different plates so that I can have different flavor for different stuff. For example, this is seafood sauce with chopped chili. This is sesame oil with vinegar, and it's very good for spicy stuff so it can offset some spiciness. This is mushroom paste together with green pepper paste. This is chili powder. I personally dislike coriander and green onions, so I never put any green stuff in my plate. Professional.
They put this bird's nest in this very misty little bowl, and it looks really great. It's very ceremonial, don't you think? They put the bird's nest into my own bowl, okay? And look at that. And bird's nest is something that lots of women really love because it's really great for your skin. It's like collagen. One big scoop of this fish maw and chicken soup base, and then just put it right into the bowl, and you're supposed to eat it together. And at this restaurant, you're supposed to eat this first as kind of like an appetizer, and then we're gonna start the hot pot. And the reason why we wanna have this first is because in the very beginning, the soup base is actually very concentrated and it's very creamy. And they want you to have this first so that they can add more soup so we can actually begin the hot pot. It's so flavorful. You can really taste like the combination of the chicken and a hint of the fish. You might think that this is a unique combination, but it's actually quite common in the south of China, in the Canton area. You know, one of my favorite parts about eating at a hot pot restaurant is that because everything is pre-cooked, they can basically deliver everything to the table at once. It's as much of a feast for the eyes as it is for your stomach. So look at all of this food, and it's also artistically presented. You know, this is a potato, but they present it in the form of a flower. How cool is that? And this, friends, is an organ triple platter. Can you guys guess which three animals are a part of this bowl? So the first is goose intestines, followed by the pig's kidney, and finally the cow's stomach. And today, you guys can watch me eat it so you won't have to. Followed by the seaweed, the lamb, and this oh so delicious looking beef. And this right here is black tiger shrimp. It's actually in a mince form, and we're gonna show you how to eat this. And so the way that you prepare the minced shrimp is that you take a little spoon and ball it up into a little ball, and then you just drop it directly into the soup. And once it's ready, it's going to look like shrimp balls. You can tell that he's done this like all day long. Really, really skilled at it. Oh, look at that, the shrimp ball is ready. So the reason why they cook it like this is so that you can actually see the freshness of the minced shrimp before they put it in, instead of like a pre-made shrimp ball that could have been frozen for weeks or months. So we know this is fresh and it's gonna taste absolutely delicious. I'm gonna dip that a little bit. Hot, but good. Guys, check this out. This is what we call a yuanyang pot, so 2 flavors. And on this side, we have the ultra spicy pot, and it's got not only a lot of peppers, but also huge pieces of pre-cooked duck blood. How tasty does that look? And the other half of this pot is the fish maw and chicken pot, and a bunch of dates inside. And the flavor is really, really fragrant. We normally get 1/2 spicy and 1/2 non-spicy, unless you're in the Sichuan area, in which case all of it's gonna be spicy because a lot of people love that stuff. So all you have to do is to kind of drop this in, and it only takes really a few seconds. You just kind of slosh it back and forth for a few seconds, and after it loses its, pink color, it's basically ready to go. And in the span of a few seconds as I'm talking to you, it's already done. See? That is really good.
So the duck blood is actually really fragile. It breaks up easily. So you might want to just use the ladle. In Chinese we call lo shao, to scoop it up instead of using your chopsticks. For this one, I put it into my sesame oil and vinegar combination so it can wash off some spiciness. It's really, really soft and fresh. You want to make sure you dip it into the spicy soup base instead of the non-spicy one. Otherwise, it gets really nasty.
Oh, look at this meat. It's so glistening. Let's put it on this ladle here. Look at that big slice of beef. Really unbelievably tender. And from what I hear, I think the secret is that they actually soak the beef in egg whites for a long period of time. That's how it forms this really particular texture, almost sort of rubbery, but not so much. And when you bite into it, it's really, really tender. So our beverage of the day is green sheep. It's actually a matcha milk. And the coolest part is this frozen matcha sheet on top. It's so cute that I could just bite its head off right now. This is actually a yogurt. It's a matcha flavor yogurt. So I personally think that the cold beverage goes really well with the hot pot. But actually in China, culturally, they recommend you not do that, mixing really hot food and really cold food, because it's said that it's not good for your stomach. But
now it's time for my favorite stuff. And my favorite stuff are all kinds of organs. And you know what? Every single time when we go to hot pot, I just have to order the organ for myself. So I can't really order too much because I can't finish them all. Because Ming don't like them. This is a goose intestine. It only needs 10 seconds. It's really crispy and crunchy. This is also my favorite. Pig's kidney in China. This is super common, especially South part and Sichuan area. People love to have organs. I mean, they're part of animals. What's the difference between organs and the normal part of meat?
I mean, one is nasty, the other is not.
Oh, it's really great. Make sure this one, the kidney, do not dip in for too long. If it's over 10 seconds, the meat will get really tough.
And so today, for the very first time in my life, I am going to be partaking in this pig kidney. A lot of nasty thoughts are running through my head right now.
Can I ask,
Yes.
are you just scared of the concept, or you actually don't like the texture, or you don't like the flavor?
Well, I've never had it before, so I would not know what it tastes like, nor what the texture is. But I can tell you that the concept of it is both frightening and disturbing to me. But, you know, there's a first time for everything, and you only live once. So why not try it? If only to say that I've done it.
It's ready, it's ready.
Okay. So here we go. My first, oh, I can still smell the kidneyness.
It's all in your imagination.
All in my, yeah, not so much. As I chew it, like the smell is kind of like going down my throat and into my nostrils. I can actually literally smell it.
So do you enjoy it? Not a
Not
fan?
particularly, no. Because it smells weird. It's not for me.
Okay, can you try something else?
So I guess this food challenge is turning into a double rounder. And next on the menu is cow stomach.
This one is not that bad. I mean, at least the color is white. It looks really clean.
Okay guys, it's ready. Time for round two. Okay, this does smell a lot better than the pig kidney, I can tell you that.
Acceptable?
I actually quite like this one.
What the texture is like?
The texture, it's actually like beef tendon, which a lot of you might have had before. It's kind of like this chewy, sort of gummy kind of texture. But, you know, there is no weird smell. It's basically just a rubbery kind of beef. I like it a lot.
Okay, number 3.
So this third and final treat is the goose intestine. Okay, so I think it's ready now. I would definitely rank this number 2 behind the cow stomach. One funny thing is, as I was about to swallow it, I guess I didn't chew it enough, and it was still a very long strand, and it kind of like got lodged in my throat. When you're eating it, make sure that you chew it very, very carefully and break it up, or else you might actually choke on it. But otherwise, it's quite good. It really is kind of chewy and crispy at the same time, and it absorbs all the flavor of the soup base, so I like it. So one important thing about eating hot pot is you want to make sure that after they refill the soup, which they will from time to time, for you to wait until the soup base starts to boil again before you're actually dipping the meats in, because otherwise you may not cook all the way through and you might get sick, so remember that. We're not going all McDonald's on you, and these are not French fries. What these are is, in Sichuan, they call it ciba. They're actually fried strips of rice cake. And over here, there is a really delicious looking brown sugar based syrup that you dip it into. It is such a fantastic dessert. My favorite part of the ciba is when they fry it, a lot of the rice cake kind of bunches up and forms this really, really crispy, crunchy crust. All right, guys, remember all of this food that was here? Well, now it's right in here. I'm stuffed. It was so delicious. We really hope that you enjoyed our trip to Chengdu's hot pot. And if you really liked our video and want to see more of these in the future, please help us out and hit the like and subscribe buttons. And if you have something in mind that you want to see, please leave us a comment down below. Thanks so much, guys. We'll catch you in the next one. Bye.